Hey friends, it's Mrs. Walker. For our lesson today, we're going to be talking about strategies for mental math. So our learning goal says I can use mental math strategies to compose 10 ones as 110 and 10 tens as 100. So friends, this lesson is all about making 10, and that's what's helping us with our mental math. So if you want to think about something to remember, you could say, I'm all about that 10, about that 10, make a new unit. I'm all about that 10, about that 10, make a new unit. Okay, so that might be a little reminder that might help you as you're thinking about we need a new 10. We need 10 of one unit to make the next unit. All right, friends, so you don't need any materials for this lesson. You are just following along with me. Okay, so friends, how many ones in 110? Yeah, 10 ones, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 ones equal 110. All right, let's look at how many tens in 100. How many tens in 100? 10 tens, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So 10 tens equals 100. All right, friends, so here we're going to fill in the blank on this one. So 1 plus blank equals 10 ones, which equals 110. So what number would I fill in there? Yeah, I would say 9 ones, right? Because 1 1 plus 9 ones equals 10 ones. And we know the 10 ones equals a 10. Perfect. All right, how about this one? 110 plus how many tens equal 10 tens, which equals 100? That's 9 tens, right? So 110 plus 9 tens equals 10 tens, which equals 100. So how are these statements the same and different? So from the top one of 1 1 plus 9 ones and 110 plus 10 tens. How are they the same and different? You can pause the video and think about that for just a minute. And then click play when you're ready to talk about it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. So when I look at both of these, I say, oh, well, both have 1 plus 9, right? 1 1 plus 9 ones, 110 plus 9 tens. So the only thing that changes if it's tens or ones. So the top example, we were adding ones. The bottom example, we were adding tens. So they both make a group of 10. And when you add 10 ones, you make a 10. And when you add 10 tens, you make 100. So it's back to that rule. We need 10 of one unit to make the next unit. All right, so how is making a 10 similar to making 100? So, why don't you pause the video, think about that. How is making a 10 similar to making 100? So pause the video, think about that, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. So how is making a 10 similar to making 100? Well, really, it's kind of the same. But instead of using ones to make a 10, you use tens to make 100. So remember that rule, 10 ones make a 10, and 10 tens make 100. So 10 of the same unit makes a unit in the next higher place value. Oh, mind blown, right? 10 is that magic number, friends. You need 10 ones to get to a 10, 10 tens to get to 100. And spoiler alert, you need 10 hundreds to make 1,000. How crazy is that? That's the rule. You follow those tens. Love it. All right, friends, let's look at a new one. So we have, what is 6 ones plus 4 ones? Yeah, it's 10 ones. But 10 ones, what does that equal? Yeah, 110. Okay, how about 6 tens plus 4 tens? How many tens is that? Yeah, it's 10 tens, right? So we're just thinking like 6 plus 4. Okay, so We know that 10 tens equals what? What's that next unit? 100, yeah. So friends, if we know that 6 tens plus 4 tens equals 10 tens, which is 100, we can use that to help us solve 60 plus 40. So what's 60 plus 40? It's 100. So friends, you can think of 60 as 6 tens and 40 as 4 tens, and that might be easier for you to add in your head and use mental math. All right, friends, let's look at 7 ones plus 6 ones. How many ones do I have? 7 ones plus 6 ones. 13 ones. So friends, what's 7 plus 6? Yeah, it's just 13. Now what about 7 tens plus 6 tens? How many tens is that? Yeah, it's 13 tens, right? Because I already knew 7 plus 6 was 13, and now I'm just adding tens with it. So now if I have 13 tens, what does that equal? What does 13 tens equal? Well, friends, if I know that 10 tens equal 100, well, I know that out of the 13, I can break that into like a 10 and a 3. So that's 100, 10 tens equals 100, and 3 tens left over equal 30. So 130. So can I use that to help me solve 70 plus 60? Yeah, I sure can. I can think of 70 as 7 tens and 60 as 6 tens. So 7 tens plus 6 tens equal 13 tens, which is 130. So we can use those to be able to help us. All right, friends, how can you prove that 13 tens is the same as 130? What could we do to model this and prove to someone that, hey, I know what I'm talking about. 13 tens is the same as 130. What could we do? Yeah, we could draw a model, right? So let's look at a model. We could draw our 13 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, friends, notice how I drew them in nice groups of 5 because that's so much easier for me to count as I look back at this. I could say 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that's one strategy to use. Well, I know that 10 tens equal 100. So I can see here that I have 100 and 3 tens left over. So 100, 110, 120, 130. Mic drop, boom, I'm out. I just proved that 13 tens is the same as 130. All right, friends, so let's take what we just learned in the last one and see. We have 10 tens. How much does that equal? Yep, 100. Okay, now if we have 11 tens, how much does that equal? 110. And I know that because if I look at 11, I can break that apart into a 10 and a 1. And 10 tens make 100, and 1 10 makes 10. So I'm using that mental math in my head to help me solve that problem. All right, what about 16 tens? What does 16 tens equal? Yeah, 160. And I know that because 10 tens equal 100 and 6 tens equal 60. All right, try this one. 19 tens. What does that equal? Break apart that 19 into 10 and how many are left over to help you? Yeah, so 19 tens equals 190 because 10 tens equal 100 and 9 tens equal 90. So put that together and you get 190. Now let's make tens and hundreds. Okay, so we're going to break out some arrow way here. Now, if I look at these numbers, if I have 7 plus 3, we need to fill in that blank. And then plus 5 more, we're going to fill in the second blank. Okay, so friends, what's 7 plus 3? That's 10, right? Then what's 10 plus 5? 15, you got it. All right, let's look at another one. So now, wait, let's go back to this. Look carefully. 7 plus 10, or 7 plus 3 equals 10. Okay, let's look. How can that help us with 7 plus 30? Yeah, it's 100, right? So we're kind of doing the same thing we just did with the ones. Now, what's 100 plus 50? 150. Awesome. All right, now let's look at this one. Ooh, these are some different numbers, right? So 67 plus 3. 70, right. So look, we have that 7 plus 3 again, right, to help us in the beginning. So now what's 70 plus 30? 100. Now what's 100 plus 50? 150. All right, I'm going to bring back these 3 arrowways that we just used and just solved. What is the relationship between the first problem and the last 2 problems? So I want you to pause the video and think about that for just a minute. What is the relationship between the first problem and the last 2 problems? And then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. So when I look at these, I see, well, first we made a 10 and then we made 100, right? That's like the first 2 problems. Then all the answers are alike because they have like that 15, right? One has 15 ones, the other one has 15 tens. So they both had 15 of one of the units. And the last one had an extra step because we had to get to the 10. So we had to get from 67 to 70. But otherwise, they were all adding 30 and 50 or 3 and 5 as they were going through. All right, friends, that was a tricky one, but hopefully you got it. All right, friends, so 10 out of 10 for you guys for composing 10 ones as 110 and composing 10 tens as 100. So again, remember, this lesson is all about tens and using that mental math to help us solve these problems. So please head back on over to the module to see what you need to complete for your independent practice. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, friends!